What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live, the one and only Sky Blackwell. Eternal Authenticity. Click the like button, like this video, click the like button, like this video. As the birds are singing these lovely songs, I'm on this nature trail walk. Yes, lovely birds. God is good, God is amazing. But yes, my message, my video I'm doing today, Sky Blackwell, Eternal Authenticity, is patience. God has a divine timing. Patience, God has divine, perfect timing. Patience, God has divine, perfect timing. And this is something I've been meditating on. This is something that God has been allowing me to process. This is some knowledge that God is having me to absorb and remember. God is allowing me to hold on to this wisdom, trusting God's timing, being patient. I know it sounds so common sense. Oh, be patient, trust the timing. A lot of people say that, but as time goes on in life, you really have to build this patience and this faith in God's timing. That's part of growing. That's a lifelong journey. It's never ending. We always have to keep working on ourselves. We have to keep refining our virtues. We have to keep developing ourselves on all levels within to become our best, highest, most righteous self, and patience. God has divine timing. And yeah, this is helping me get through my life, my journey. Of course, there's a lot of great, wisdom and values and virtues and morals and great ethics I hold on to. But one thing that God has really been having me to pay attention to, one thing that God really has been highlighting to me exclusively right now in my life, in this period of my life, God is saying, you really just need to be patient and trust this timing I have for you. Literally, that's what God is saying. You really need to have faith and trust my timing for you, Sky. That's what God, the universal creator, is telling me, So yes, I'm being productive. I'm showing up. I'm putting in work. But I know not to burn out. I know not to stress out. I know not to get all anxious and worried, because it will happen when God says I'm ready. It will happen when God says it's the right time. It's not on my understanding. It's not on my, when I want things right now. No. It's happening in divine timing. It's coming when God says I'm ready, when God says it's the right time. My specific pursuits, my specific, unique, authentic dreams, the treasures, the beautiful, lovely visions and aspirations that God has placed in my heart, it has a specific timing. It's just like plants in a forest, in a garden. It takes time to grow. A jungle, it takes a long time, a process to grow. Life, so that's how it is for all of us. That's how it's going to be for all of us. God plants unique, specific, authentic seeds within us, personal, unique, authentic, different, to each and every one of us, and they unfold, they grow, they blossom and bloom over time. And of course, by us being obedient and putting in pure, honorable work, that's how that will influence our life in a better way, by putting in that work. However, it's all under God's control. That's my point. This is all under God's control. It doesn't matter how much I want to huff and puff about a certain thing. It doesn't matter how much I want to stress out and try hard and compete and chase or, whatever. It doesn't matter how much work I think I'm putting in, how good I think I'm doing. It's great. At the end of the day, it's still up in God's hands. And that's the honest truth. My job is just doing the best I can do and release it to God. Allow God to do the rest. I know not to be, I know not to go in a bad attitude. I know not to go down the wrong path. I know not to crash out. I know to do great work and release it and give it to God. God takes care of the rest, of the rewards, the surprises, the miracles, the justice, the love, the happiness, the freedom, the money, the financial freedom, the wealth, the success, the fame, the recognition, the honors, the true love, the reunions, the reconnection, all this miraculous supernatural stuff that only God can do. we have to give it to God. It's literally in God's hands. I'm out here in nature and I'm super down to earth. I'm 9 years alkaline vegan. Sky Blackwell Eternal Authenticity. I'm 9 years plant-based alkaline vegan right now, and this was a process, and now I'm super down to earth. I'm super healthy, and I'm able to give even better messages to inspire more people. Now I'm inspiring even more people all across the world because I've been doing the healing work, and this is me being my authentic, raw, truthful self as always. I love being out in nature because it's so peaceful, and I'm grounding myself out here in a healthy way. And, it's just all about timing. Like I said, we'll have a specific life purpose. We have a specific life mission, life journey. We're not the same. We came here to do different things, and my point is like your attitude matters. You can still want to have these dreams and stuff that you're working on, but work on it with a positive, healthy, mature attitude. That's my point. That's something that I'm realizing. Hey, it's good for me to be excited. It's good for me to be joyful. It's good for me to be passionate, enthusiastic, optimistic, excited, thrilled, filled with lots of energy. But I'm always making sure I'm being grounded and, I'm staying balanced with my energy. I'm making sure that, I'm not stressing out. That's my point, because I know God is real. I know that my life is not a mistake. You know what I'm saying? So I know all the way up until now, there's always been a specific timing, cycle, seasons, ordained movement by the Most High Creator. Everybody has a specific timing, and this universe, this life, this world, this earth, this experience is far beyond our comprehension. We can put in our human work, but at the end of the day, the grand scale, the big picture, the whole big deal, the Creator is running the show. And it's not something to be scared of. It's something we need to respect. It's something we need to obey. It's something we need to humble ourselves for. God, we need to humble ourselves and be patient, instead of me worrying about, how is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? When am I finally going to get all this money that I've been asking for and working for all of my life? When am I finally going to get this real, true love and honor and appreciation from a woman? When am I finally going to be celebrated and praised and honored and surprised in a pleasant way, by my people, by my supporters? When am I going to blow up and win big? When am I going to be able to finally move to a different location? When am I finally going to be able to leave my toxic hometown known as Dallas, Texas? When am I finally going to be able to have the money so I'm able to escape this toxic nightmare hometown called Dallas, Texas? When am I finally going to be able to have a beautiful, peaceful house for my wife and children? No noise from the neighbors, no shady, bad vibes, no sirens and just destructive, constant mayhem and chaos and noise. No more of this toxic, noisy concrete jungle. When am I finally going to be able to travel the world and, catch plane flights? I'm done walking the streets, staying in the same city. I need help. I need support. I need money. I need lots of money. I need financial freedom. When am I going to get this big justice, this supreme justice that's going to bless me and work in my favor? Sky Blackwell, I've overcame so much adversity. I've overcame so many attacks. I've overcame so many wicked demons and snakes. I've risen higher and I've healed above all these satanic witches and low-level demons. I still never gave up on God. I still became closer to God and I became healthier. So when am I going to get all this justice and notoriety and fame and miracles and a new house and financial freedom and love and success and fame and honor and surprises and lots of money and all that, and my businesses? When am I going to level up on my businesses? When am I going to have actually grateful customers? When am I going to have better customers, better clients who actually show appreciation? When am I going to have people who actually spend with me? When am I going to have people that actually invest into me, in a genuine, happy way? When am I going to have people that's going to recognize my worth and value? When am I going to have my people that love choosing me with no hesitation? When am I going to finally be prioritized and seen in a wonderful way that God sees me? I'm great. God sees me in a great way. When am I going to finally have people that also recognize my greatness and my love and wonderful work, that I've been doing, and services and integrity that I have? When am I finally going to be appreciated truly? When am I going to have people that know how to communicate and give compliments and can have a conversation instead of just ignoring messages, not responding to messages, not responding to phone calls, ignoring my work, ignoring communication, running away, holding stuff, keeping secrets, hiding? When am I going to be away from that? When am I going to be with people who give love to me effortlessly, naturally, consistently? When am I going to have real loyal people that give me their undivided attention? When am I going to have real undivided true love that has time to sit down and listen to me? I have to release. I know it's happening. I have to trust God's timing. I have to trust God's timing. So that's why I know I need to hold on to my dreams. I need to keep doing the work. I need to keep showing up, serving, doing the work, holding on to my dreams, staying focused. But the when and how is it going to happen? I release and I surrender to God. I give it to God. I know it's going to happen when God ordains it, when God specifically says it's the right time for me, Sky, for this to happen. I'm ready for this specific assignment, manifestation to happen, to come true, for me, So it's an understanding that, hey, it's on God's timing. So that's why I'm concluding this message on patience. Sky Blackwell, Eternal Authenticity, patience. God has specific divine timing. God has divine timing. We can do our thing, but at the end of the day, we need to humble ourselves and give it up to God and just have faith and pray for the best and keep our heart pure, and things will work out. So that's how I know things are working out for me, because I've been staying pure. I've been staying grateful. I've been staying loyal and respectful to God and to other people. I've been treating people good and kind. I've been treating people with compassion. I've been serving people with exceptional, extraordinary, excellent skills, excellent service skills, respectful, honorable skills. So I know the work of my hands is being rewarded. The work of my hands will be rewarded. My kind acts and my positive deeds do not go unnoticed, So, like I said, it happens on God's timing. It's not all about, oh, me, give it to me now, let me have it now. It's going to happen, but in God's timing. So I'm doing my work now so I can enjoy it when it happens, when it comes. So God declares us ready. God declares us when it's the right time. Yes, we can do the work, we can believe, we can affirm stuff, but at the end of the day, for real though, God is the ultimate one who really certifies us. God is our universal leader, professor, coach, mentor, whatever you want to call it. So it truly is on God's timing, So that's my message. Patience, patience, patience. Don't stress out about when things will get better, when things will improve, when the miracles will happen, when will more positive things come to me. Just be patient and connect with yourself. Find a way to be peaceful within and keep it moving and stay harmonious. Keep your heart pure. And it's all going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. Respect others, respect God, stay obedient, live righteous, and keep rising higher, keep ascending higher with God. Be compassionate, So that's all I got to say. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in, supporting. Patience. God has specific divine timing. Order my new ebook on Amazon Kindle, Alkaline Healing Herbs for Success by Sky Blackwell. Alkaline Healing Herbs for Success by Sky Blackwell. Click the links down below in the description on Amazon Kindle. Link in my bio on Instagram, link in my social media, link in my YouTube to purchase my Amazon Kindle ebooks. My first one, Alkaline Healing Herbs for Success, and also I have another Alkaline Wisdom recipe ebook that's being released shortly to Amazon Kindle. Follow me on Instagram at Eternal Authenticity, Click the links below in the description. Book a coaching consultation, book a one-on-one nutrition or wellness detox consultation with me, Sky Blackwell. Hit me up for that coaching, wisdom, consultation, knowledge, healing, information. And yes, I'm happy to serve you. I'm happy to help you and give you the facts to get you on the right path to level up. So click the links below in the description to book a consultation, to buy my ebooks. And yes, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Eternal Authenticity, and share the videos. And check out the links in my social media. Check out the links on my YouTube and in this video description. Support me, send me lots of money, send me lots of cash, and I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to bless you. I'm happy to serve you. Let's get it. It's only the beginning. The best is yet to come. We have to be patient and do right and trust God's timing. Sky Blackwell, Eternal Authenticity. Y'all stay blessed. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. It's like sprinkling a little rain out here. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Peace. Click the like button.